everybody. Welcome back to another Saturday night. It's good to be here. Good to switch over on live chat. Remember your live stream rules. Hey, Miss Gail, James, Miss Kaylin, there's Kenton. What's happening? K-Man, James Ortiz, how you doing? Who else? That looks like who's in the chat. Hit it down. Hit it. Oh, yeah. I don't care. You're right. Thank you for that. Thumbs up or down. I don't care. Comment on this video after it's up. That just helps the algorithm. I'm not concerned about numbers. I don't do this because you don't live stream like I do for to gain a following or anything like that. I do this because this is what I enjoy. I enjoy chatting with you folks. And if we get a new person here and there that comes in, that's great. If we don't, that's fine too. I just want to hang out with you guys. That's what this is about. Got a bunch of MREs up here. We're going to flippity-dippity the camera around here first. Oh, shoot. Hang on. Let me do my, hang on, usual ritual? What's this? I don't know what you, habit? I don't know what the word I'm looking for is. Anyway, I need to make a post on the YouTubes just to let everybody know I'm live, currently live at the moment. What am I on? Okay. And in the meantime, smoke a cigarette. Okay. So been doing pretty good on my diet. It's definitely a diet. I mean, cutting pop out and cutting like almost all sugar, not all, but almost all sugar out of my diet is a huge change for me. The sweets have been a problem for me for many years. And since I got injured and I lost a bunch of weight, then I gained back most of that weight, if not all of it, not in muscle because I was highly inactive, being almost bedridden for a long time. Anyway, all that stuff, being unhealthy from medical complications from the injury. Yeah, it's something I should have done a long time ago. I should have just made the decision, had the willpower, and done it, but I didn't. And now that I have, like I'm seeing how quickly the benefits are coming around, and how much better I feel. I'm 40 years old, so my metabolism isn't what it used to be. My ability to like build muscle isn't what it used to be. All those things that come with age. Um, but I do feel like the changes that I've made recently have definitely helped. I feel better. It's just plain and simple. I feel better. I feel like it's making a difference in my day to day, and like literally every waking moment, I feel different because of it. It's a big deal. All right, share, copy link. This is the next thing I gotta quit. I've got. I'll never fully quit. I mean, I'll quit, but I'll have like the occasional, like people smoke cigars. I would say, like the occasional cigar smoker, I'll have a vintage cigarette every week, a couple a week, something like that. Thank you, Phoenix. I don't know how much weight I've lost because I don't have a really good scale. The one that I have is very inaccurate and like old, and it's got like a turn dial on it. It's not good. So, what happened? Jeez. But eventually, I will get a scale. I've just been keeping track, writing down my calories. I haven't actually done it today. Today's one of the first days I haven't done it. But I haven't really eaten anything. I did actually take that back, had half of a pulled pork sandwich, and which is unusual for me to get my hands on something like that. Come on, man. How do I fix this problem? That'll have to work. see if I can edit it. Ooh. It's going to have to be good enough. Anyway, I've been writing my calories down, and I have good days, and I have days where I'm hitting like 1,900, 2,000 calories, but I've really been trying to keep myself down to like 1,500 calories because I don't know how many I'm burning in a day. Like, I've been trying to work up a sweat every single day, at least once a day, if not more. So I don't know if that's really helping, but I think it probably is. Gets my heart rate up. Anyways, that's enough about me. So, anyway, join in the Okay. Paste. Boom. All right. Post made. I did not do my typical letting everybody know that I'm live streaming. I mean, it's Saturday. I made a post on YouTube like 7, probably, something like that. I figured, hey, this is just one of those weeks I'm not going to do my usual routine. I'm going to leave everybody alone. I have a couple boxes here to get to. I'm pretty excited. Both of them are great because one of them is basically for you guys, which is awesome. And the other one is something I picked up 3 months ago. What month is this? This is October. Would have been, what, July? That's probably about right. June or July. The end of June, maybe? I'd have to go back and check. It's been a minute. The way these things move in the post is crazy. I think it's probably June whenever I decided we decided we were doing this, and then I think this was shipped in 2 packages, which is great. And it came from Delicious. You guys, I can't stress enough how cool Delicious is, and how I feel like he doesn't get enough attention on his channel because he's done some really, really cool rations. I love his accent, his broken English, and I highly recommend you guys go over there and chat with the guy. Like, he couldn't be a nicer guy. Really, he really couldn't. I don't think he could be a nicer guy. I can't even fathom how he could be nicer. Really, really good people. Just like everybody in this chat right now that I recognize, I know, are really good people. So I've had extremely good luck with the type of crowd that comes into this. Ooh, I don't know how to say that. Chihuahua? I cannot. Dub C. I talked to him, I don't know, maybe a month ago, roughly. And he told me that he's been super swamped with work. They did something, like, he changed locations, plants, or he was having to step in for a different supervisor or something and take like up the slack, and I think that's what was just killing him. So I'm pretty sure that's what's going on. Like, he literally just hadn't had time, because if it was up to him, he'd be going out and building the cabin every week or whatever. He'd be doing something like that. Really like Dub C as well. Do I not know his real name? We've met in person a few times, actually, at Bob's. I ain't heard from Bob in a minute. That's another thing. So, we all, as a collective, need to kind of talk about how you guys would like to do this next upcoming auction for Miss Renee. There's a lot of amazing stuff, and you guys know that Miss Gail, I don't know if I think I can pull the pictures up and show you guys if you haven't seen it and anybody wants to look at it. I will make a post. I will post these pictures so that everybody can access them by going to my community tab. I can do that right now. Actually, if I do that, it'll knock my live stream post out, so I'll do it right after the live stream if you're curious. And I'll show you right now if you want to see. Anyways, Miss Gail made a quilt, and this is going to be the first, and as far as I know, only quilt made by the Ration community for the Ration community to help out someone in the Ration community. Like it's pretty much hitting the pluses on every corner that it can. I don't think, personally, I don't think putting it up on eBay is really the way to go on that one. Get the quilt has like the stitching in it has words and stuff. I've never seen that before. I mean, I should have known that stuff like that was possible. I just have never thought about it, never seen it before until I saw the pictures of the quilt that Miss Gail made. And now, when we first started talking about this and like helping Miss Renee out, she mentioned she might make a quilt or she wanted to help out. It's like, yeah, got updates a couple times. She's like had the top layer done, and then she was working on the stitching and stuff, and I didn't know what to really think about it. And then I saw the pictures. I was like, whoa, that's cool. And so the other day, I think it was within the past week, I started looking at handmade quilts and stuff like that. I was like, what is something like, what, because I'm in charge of this auction and stuff. Like, this is not my forte. I would say I could make it my forte. I've never dove into being that a salesman or like being a seller on eBay. I could do that so easily. I've always thought of myself as kind of a salesman in a sense, but I've never really approached it as being part of my goals. So I'm just kind of winging it when it comes to how this has been going and how I've been doing this. I mean, obviously there's been plans made here and there, but this next one, I feel like, number one, there needs to be some solid planning in there, because we're not talking about like we're not talking about a $50 ration. We're talking about like the prices on quilts can go insane. If you Google what a handmade quilt goes for, like what is the price of a handmade quilt? Google. I speech to text asked Google, and I think it said the range was like 400 to 3,500 or something. It was something crazy like that came up. I was like, whoa, really? So I started looking at what was out there. And honestly, I really, even though I've looked at stuff and I've kind of like tried to price it, I still have no clue. I don't know what I'm doing when it comes to something like that. I'm going to say, I don't care. It's not a thing that, not that a man couldn't do it, because I think a man that can sew something like that, it's a valuable skill to have. But it's not something that I guess I would have ever thought about or envisioned myself like messing with or anything. And I have said 100 times, my grandma had some quilts that she made, which hopefully are still around. I haven't seen any of them. But Amber's grandma had like, what are those, cedar chests full of handmade quilts that she'd made back in like probably the 60s, 50s, 60s, 70s. You know, like a 30 or 40-year span there, maybe even longer. Like, she made quilts. She loved to do it, and she had a bunch of them. And her son took them down to Florida about probably 10 years ago now and sold them. And I think he sold them for like $300, $400 a piece back then. So I don't know if how much the prices changed or anything. Like, he did a bunch of crazy stuff when it came to their property and their belongings and stuff. Like, gambled it all away in Las Vegas. Super douche. He's gone now. I have no nice words to say about him, but I'm not going to stand here and talk bad about him either. So I just makes me sick. Everything they work for, her grandpa and her grandma, their whole lives, had a farm, 99 acres, full of lumber, like really beautiful, mature trees, an actual farmhouse, barns, all gone. Anyway, I was starting to talk about this upcoming auction. So we've got the quilt. Like I mentioned, I don't think eBay's the way to go with that. I think personally, my personal thought is I feel like the people that would value this thing the most are people in the community. And I want to get as many people to show up to the live stream that I put these things on as possible. So, is to keep the roast. Oh, okay, talking about the quilts. So that is a goal, is to get. I'm gonna shoot for trying to get like 90 to 100 people in here at one time, which means I need to be talking to people, kind of like socializing. When I say like a whole lot more than 100 people come through here every week, usually my numbers vary hugely, but usually no less than like, I think like 400 usually is like the lowest. I mean, that's over a 3-hour period though. So, but anyway, so usually, but I would like to see, and usually like we max out around sometimes like 65, 70 people usually. That's been about the average as of late. But you can see like the numbers will be down tonight because I didn't tell anybody, like, bring everybody up to speed. Like, hey, I'm live streaming tonight or anything like that. I don't know why I didn't do that, but I guess I just kind of ran out of time, really. But anyways, I was thinking that the people that would value it the most would probably be in this community, and know the backstory to it, and know who it's going to benefit. I could be wrong. I could be wrong about this. That's why I'm talking to you guys about it right now. Is this something you guys feel like or think that should go to eBay? Do you think that would be? Do you think it would do better there? If you do, I will list that, and I am going to list the PR1M and the CR1M that is going for Miss Renee onto eBay at the same time. Those two rations will be put up on eBay to where they end during a live stream. I think because you can schedule it, and I think I'm going to have them end at probably 9 or 9:30, somewhere along that timeline. That way, we're definitely on here, we're chatting, and we can keep an eye on where the auction's at, and that's how that'll go down. So those will be on there, and I'm wondering about what to do with the quilt. That's kind of where I'm at talking with you guys. Now, Miss Renee, which I actually need to send her something. Anyway, she sent a box of stuff she wanted to put up for auction of her own personal stuff. So there we'll have that. I've got some stuff that I'm going to put up. I'm going to come up with something good that's worth something, but it's good. It's going to be something good, something vintage. I feel like something older. I might do. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what I come up with. So Gundog also sent me a box the other day. I'm pretty sure Saltycroccollectibles sent a box. There is stuff coming at the post office. This is what I know for sure. There are things coming that I couldn't in time. And even if I would have gotten them like yesterday evening, I don't feel like I would have had enough time to prep for this and have it today. So that's something I'm going to be working on, trying to get a solid list. Like I just want to have it written down or typed out. That way I can say to you guys, like, here's what is going to be up for sale. Like a 1968 MCI with accessory packet, or just a 1968 accessory packet, because really, who cares about the rest of it? Because it's not going to be edible, unless it's got a good B unit in it. Talked that cigarette out like 5 times. Anyway, So that's why I wanted to approach you guys and see what you guys had to say about the quilt thing. Smokey, you want a smaller crochet item? I still have the shoulder bag and spare hats available too. I knit year round. Wait a minute. Do I, Smokey, want a few smaller crochet items? I still have the shoulder bag and spare hats available too. Um, I don't know. I don't know what how I would go about that actually. You got my brain cogs moving, Miss Gale. Um, maybe I'll get with you on that. That should be my response. I'm like, what do I? My brain's like, anyway. I have a hat from Miss Gale. Actually, I know right where it's at too. I could go get it right now. Um, Winter's coming. Like it's cold here. We're supposed to have a really bad winter here where I live. It's supposed to be this really weird system where there's like a high pressure system over here, like that cuts all the way up through Canada, comes down and like has like a C shape to it, and that high pressure system like encompasses New York and like the East Coast over here, and then there's another high pressure system, awesome, on the left hand side if you're facing the map, and it forms like in the middle, like this. How do I do this? Kind of like this in the middle, like this funnel. And where I live is inside of this funnel. And they're saying that if you live inside of where this funnel is, you're going to have a really bad winter. We're due for a really bad winter. We haven't had a really bad winter in a long time. And I've been seeing black caterpillars. I haven't seen black caterpillars in a long time. A couple years ago, I was seeing white ones all over the place, like stark, all white. And this year, they're black. And that's supposed to mean a bad winter. So, yeah, woolly worms. Yeah, we've got. I mean, they're that color black. I literally seen one a guy pick one up today off the ground, but that's the color of the ones. Now I've seen some that have brown and black, like the alternating stripes around, but I've also seen all black ones. Like I don't remember ever seeing all black ones before. Did y'all see that? That thing that was like right here and it just kind of stayed right there. I looked, there wasn't anything floating. That's cool. Anyway, like I want to back the video up myself and look at that. Um. Anyway, so that's what we got going on auction wise. I will. I am open to suggestions on the quilt thing because the quilt is a huge. It's going to be a big dollar item. Prices on those things, like I said, they vary anywhere from like $350, $400 up to like I think like they said 3,500 on Google or something like that. And I started looking at them, and like average prices on them were like $500 and up. This is crazy. I never thought about it. I guess I don't know why though. Anyway, I've got 3 MREs sitting on the table over here. 2 of them are spaghetti. One of them is chicken stew. I believe they're all, yeah, they're all sin packs. All sin packs. The 2 spaghettis are different years. I'm pretty sure. One looks like it just came out of the case today. It did not, but it looks like it. The other one, a little scuffed up, and has a different accessory packet in it. So I'm pretty sure 1990. Oh, it might have been 96. I was going to say 1995 spaghetti. Spaghetti might have had in 95. No, it was Chili Mac. It's either Chili Mac or Spaghetti had the compressed oatmeal cookie bar. Can't remember which one it was. I think it's Chili Mac though. Chili Mac and Chili Mac and corned beef. Yep, corned beef hash. My brain's going a million miles. Oh, wait, no. Yeah, because they did away with the omelet, I think. I don't know. Is it 94 maybe they did away with that? I can't remember. So, and some like 93 was the first year for the pound cake. So anything over here that's pre 93 will still be nut cake era. And 93 up will be, and I still have an unopened case that was kept in cold storage of 1993s. I don't know how long they were kept in cold storage, but they certainly were, according to the stickers on them, the government stickers that they stuck on them, that they were definitely in cold storage. I'm pretty excited about the new. I'm going to get off topic here for just a second because this is something I'm excited about. You guys probably could care less, but VH1's bringing back the Surreal Life. I was a huge fan of that show whenever it was on. The original series came out, had like got the Flavor of Love spinoff. Him and well, it was him and Brigitte Nielsen. Bridget Nielsen. Anyway, didn't she date Sylvester Stallone back in the day? But it seems like she did. Regardless, that show was a spinoff, The Flavor of Love, off of the Surreal Life. But the Surreal Life, man, like the old episodes. I've been looking for the clip of Vern Troyer because he was on the show Mini Me, the guy from Austin Powers played Mini Me. He was like on his little hover round scooter thing, and he got really, really drunk off of like a beer or something, like something tiny. And he got naked, and he was in there. He was in like the little weight room, I remember, and he like drove his little cart over into the corner, and he was making this crazy noise and peeing in the corner. I laughed so hard at that, and it wasn't like I could look the clip up and watch it again. I had to catch it on television to be able to see it. It was hilarious, and I've looked for that clip. I don't multiple times. I've looked for it on the internet and I can't find it. So I haven't looked in a long time, but yeah, dang man, it's probably been 6, 8 years since I looked. It's been a long time. 5 years at least, 6 years. Okay, so like I said, I got MREs over here. I also have these boxes right here. We're going to start on the boxes. Let me flip the camera around. I am excited to open this box. Let me just say that. Hey, Divine Spirits and Tacos Girl Messages TV. What a name. What a name. All right, this is from Dan in Australia, and it's got the custom slip on it and stuff still. Now, I reported this package at the post office as damaged because it is damaged. And it was damaged in shipping. Oh, come on, man. That's the tape. There we go. I might need this slip this time. For a change, I might actually need the freaking custom slip. I hope I don't, but it is possible this time. Okay. Now, right here's why. Look at that. Dan, I forgot to tell you about this, buddy. I picked this up from the post office yesterday. And it had to have showed up yesterday because the day before yesterday, I think it was yesterday, or the day before that. It might have been the day before that. But my son was there the day before, and this wasn't there, and the Polish package was there. So I picked this one up the day it showed up. And this is pretty scary. Like, it's also knowing that something breakable is actually in here. This really scares me that something might have happened to it. I mean, it's legit crushed on this side right here. It's actually not open to the inside, though, which is surprising. If you guys remember when I opened that CR1M case that Dan shipped over here, it actually had a hole punched in it that punctured one of the very expensive CR1M rations. So, that reminds me, I've got a surprise about that ration. I will let Dan say what he wants in the chat here, or he can tell me to announce it myself, and we'll go that route. And I'll flip the camera back around and tell you guys a little something about what we're going to do with that ration that had, I mean, it wasn't really hurt, except it did dust the mushroom soup, which got all over everything. But it's just powdered soup. You know, it's not a big deal. I did offer it up for sale last week. I never did get any responses from anybody. So, me and Dan, well, yeah, there's a plan. Box looks like the delivery person just said, screw it, and threw the box. Yeah, see, I get this a lot with USPS. Now, this thing did come literally from halfway across the world, from the other side of the world. It traveled about as far as you can travel one way before you start looping back around the other way. So, I get that it passed through a lot of hands, but this seems malicious to me. This seems like someone like intentionally tried to damage this package. I can't say that for sure, obviously, but you know what I've been thinking? Like, I've been thinking, like, I want to ship a little hidden camera to, like, Australia, or have a little, and then have it shipped back. It'd be very expensive to do, but I would love to see what my packages are going through, because it's getting a little ridiculous, to be honest. 2 in a row from Australia damaged like this. All right, I'm going from the bottom because that's the easiest place to open it up. It's got the original tape on it. All right. Here we go. Oh, boy. Well, we'll see if, nope. So, look at that. Dan was kind enough to send over a bunch of, oh, wow, look at that. That's a big family pack. I've never seen a pack like that before. Cool. Sent over a bunch of still in date, unlike mine, Tim Tams, which it doesn't matter. Trust me, it doesn't matter. But he sent over a bunch of Tim Tams. These are also going to help with Miss Renee's stuff. They're going to be like, I'm going to throw them in with things like I did last time, basically. And then we might just do, if you guys are interested, I might just do a Tim Tam auction. I think that might be the best route to go. You know, make it a decent pack of Tim Tams. So let's find out if the breakable. All right, I'm just going to lift this off of here. Whoa. Look at that. They made it. I can't freaking believe it. Wait, let me inspect them first. Yes. Cool. What a cool freaking coffee mug. I love it. I suppose these are for the Tim Tam Slams. This looks like a holiday pack or something. There was probably, yeah, package of Tim Tams in there, like so. Oh yeah, that is cool. I freaking love it. What else we got in here? We got some dark chocolate mint. Ooh. I'll tell you what, BTemple would love these. After I saw what he got, I got to try my first Tim Tams last week. My Australian buddy sent them to my wife and I, along with some Vegemite. Ooh, yeah, Vegemite. Package was in good shape too. Well, lucky you. Alright, he ordered. I don't know what the deal is with what's happening with my stuff that's came from Australia that Dan has sent, because I mean, this package looks like it's kind of broken on the inside right there, like plastic holder. But other than that, they look at it's got like a little bit of mint on each side of the cream. Those are probably really good. So there looks like there's a pretty decent selection in here. Let's keep going. These look familiar. Yep, these are the caramel ones. I think I have some of these in those ones that I have. I can't remember what flavors. I just original and something else. I think they're caramel. But I've had these ones right here myself, and they are exactly like what you would expect with that caramel in the middle. But if you've never had a Tim Tam, I'm telling you right now, you probably don't know what they're going to taste like. You think you do, but you really don't until you have one. Because they're, I don't know, they're like this delicate, not super sweet, but sweet. I don't know, man. I like the cookie's not real hard, but it is crunchy enough. They're unique, man. They're not like anything else that I can buy in the United States or that I've ever across. Let me say that. I can't say that there's not something similar. I just have never had anything that I would compare it to personally. One thing I've always liked are like those fat-free cookies. Devil's, are they called Devil's Food cookies? Devil Food cake? They're like a chocolate cake in the inside, and they got this weird chocolate coating on the outside that doesn't even really taste like chocolate, but they're fun to eat. They got like a real thin layer of marshmallow and weird chocolate stuff on the outside. I like those things. All right, let's see what else we got here. This red was intriguing. Dark chocolate raspberry tart. Cool. Oh, we got another family pack in here. Awesome. Possum. And we have, the salted caramel brownie. I think I've had these ones before, too. It's been a long time, but I think I have had those ones before. And we have triple decadent triple chocolate. I wonder what the decadent extra chocolate and extra gooey center. Huh. So there's extra chocolate on the outside and extra gooey chocolate on the inside. Interesting. I always did feel like they could probably put a little more of that stuff in the inside, but I feel like their balance is spot on with the filling versus how much the coating is. The coating does melt fairly easily, but other than that, like, I'm not making that as a complaint. I'm just stating it as a fact. And I have to imagine that as hot as it is in Australia, as soon as you get one of these out of the package, it's melting on your fingers. So there we go. That is a awesome selection of Tim Tams. Just curious, Eeyore, what were your thoughts on the Tim Tams? Like, what did you think about them? Because everybody's palate's different, man. Like, something I love, you might hate. You know what I mean? Like, it's not a across-the-board kind of thing. I mean, but if you think you'd like it by my description, you'd like it. Like, no question about it. Okay. Well, I'm going to place these back in the box. It's an awesome selection, though, I must say. And the coffee cup. I'm going to use that a lot. It's going to get a lot of use. I feel like I should send those mint ones to BTemple because he must love that stuff. I seen some stuff he got from Britain the other day posted on that he posted, and he got a whole bunch of mint stuff, a whole bunch of mint like chocolate stuff like that. Oh, the cup's got to be turned over. Fit properly. Actually, you know what? Nope, one of these is staying out. Yep. Because one of those are mine for sure. Well, Dan, dude, thank you so much for sending this, and I will make sure that these get into hands that really want them. Okay, kitty. What are you doing, Brownie? All right. So I got this other box over here that's not going to fit on my table. That weighs about 30 pounds. It's not an exaggeration. What's it weigh? Hang on, I'll tell you. It weighs almost 14 kilograms. So 14 kilograms would be, yeah, this is like 30 pounds. 2.2 times 14, 28. And the 0.2 be another 2.8. So 28. 30.8 pounds. Hey, G. Schultz is here. How you doing, Glenn? Good to see you in the chat, my friend. All right. And I just screwed up my tripod. Oh, man. All right, time out, guys. Gotta fix the tripod. I did not expect that to happen. Alright, I think I got it. Okay. Well, maybe. It's a little twisted. I need to clean off. I've got so many extras and stuff stuffed on my table right here. I got 3 full cups of spoons. Like, no joke. Hey, Multi-Magnum's here. How you doing? Good to see you here, John. Okay. Got this huge box that I'm excited about opening right now. It is a box that, I bought this stuff, but it doesn't matter. Like, it made it. It made it here. Oh, a super chat. See, Miss Marilyn says super chat. I missed it. Totally missed it. Dan, with the super chat, I was going to remind you, one of those mugs is all yours, mate, with my compliments. Thank you, sir. It will be highly used and thoroughly enjoyed. Like, I do love it. It is made in China, like, but it's a really cool cup. I wonder how they print that on there. I wonder if that's like a thing that they put on there and like, dude, my chat's working really good right now. It usually don't work this good. Usually it's like every once in a while I'll see a chat pop up, but like I've seen the whole list there. Now it's kind of going away, but wonder why I've done that. Looked really good for a second. But thank you so much for the huge super chat, Dan. Like, dude, you did not have to do that. It's cool to see. I don't ever check on the exchange rate. What in the heck? But I can obviously see what the exchange rate is right now, and it's like 2/3 to what the U.S. is right now. Usually it's higher than that. And if you was ever going to buy anything from Britain, like, we're almost 1-to-1 with them right now. That hasn't happened in, man, I think the closest I've ever seen it was like $1.20. It for £1, it was just like $1.20. That was the closest being 1-to-1 I ever saw it, and now it's like, man, it's like $1.04 or something, like $1.04. It's real close. Might not be that close. It's pretty close. Definitely looking forward to this though. All right, Look here, I'll try setting this thing up here. But yeah, dude, Dan, thank you so much again for the super chat, dude. You really didn't need to do that. Oh, if you need my attention, just tell someone in the chat that you and everybody else. Let me know. Here's the box. It's a good 30-pounder. I mean, a little over actually, which is pretty cool. No joke. This is a huge, heavy package. So I'm taking it back off the table because it's not going to do any good up there. All right. And I will get it cut open real quick. Smitty, you guys go subscribe to Smitty's channel. Delicious. Oh, if you'd be kind enough to go and subscribe to all those folks that are down in my description. There's a lot of them. I mean, I've literally got at least probably 100 people, 100 channels of ration reviewers mainly down in my descriptions. Also, if you just randomly want to help out Miss Renee right now, to help her out, there is a link to her PayPal right at the very top as well. All right, let's see here. I don't want to cut this box, I don't think. Ooh, it's a weird box. Huh. What the heck? All right, well. I think I'm doing this wrong, but we'll see once I get her opened up here. I said I didn't want to cut the box like that, but okay. Now this thing seems like it's pretty well stuffed to the gills. I will say this box is in good shape. When Delicious wraps them with that black plastic, I swear it really does keep the workers, the people that work in from destroying them. I think this is original military tape on here, actually. I don't think Delicious taped this. This might all be the same. I can't remember. I don't know what this is, actually. It's been so long, I don't remember what I got. Okay, here we go. Yep, this is the original tape. It's actually glued too. Huh. I don't know if I've ever opened one like this. Son of a gun, it actually is glued. Huh. Like an MRE case. Not quite as much glue, but still glued nonetheless. Oh, very cool. I have never seen this before either. I'm keeping this. Look at this. Paperwork. Wow. I'm super intrigued. Yep. I have no clue what any of it says. I do see a 2019 on there, so where did I see that? I saw 2019 on it somewhere. Right there. I don't know that. I don't even know if that's a date. That might be like specifying when a code was put in place, or like a mandate of something ration wise. And then this is a big old like packet of, I don't know what this is. Contents maybe. Oh, this paperwork is cool. I don't know why I like stuff like this, but this is all ration related. Not in English, but it doesn't matter. Oh, that's super cool. I'm going to have to break out my Google Translate in a little bit and see what these things say. There's another date of 17 on there. That must be when they revised this paperwork or something. I think that's when they started with the new menus, was in 2017. I think like 10.5, 10.6, 11.1. $19.91, 87. Oh yeah, I definitely want to check this out and see what I have no clue what this is. No clue. And I've never seen that before either. Like, if that's a manufacturer or something, I've never seen that before. I don't know, but I dig that. Now, that says Muesli Klecks, does it not? Like muesli, like cereal? Huh. So these all should be the same thing, but it looks like I just broke the seal on this. I did open it from the bottom, but now he might have had it open from the top. We're about to find out. It's menu number 4 on this one. SRG. Let's see if this is menu 4. No. Menu number 5. This might be 1 through 6 or something like that. Okay. Menu number 5. Is this the one with the chicken? Bacon canned. Oh, cool. It's got the bacon. That freaking awesome sausage stuff that I had. Let's see. Meal A, bacon canned. I don't know. Something with sausage. Lecho with sausage. Honey, raspberry flavored instant tea drink. Cherry flavored drink. Oh, cherry flavored drinking chocolate. What? Cherry flavored drinking chocolate. That's all one. That's okay. Crisp bread. Then meal B is chicken breast fillet and cheese sauce. This is the one. Well, I think this is newer than the ones I had, so I don't remember that stuff. But freaking love that main. That is literally my favorite international main. I think it's definitely top 3. Definitely top 3. Oh, cool. So we got 2 menu 5s there, and we'll have to see what's on. Well, let's just look since I thought they were all going to be the same menu. All right, menu 4 here is traditional pate. It says, get a little closer to the camera. Zoom in a little bit here. Traditional pate. Mexican chicken stew. Oh, I freaking love that one too. Lime-flavored instant tea drink with green tea extract. Orange-flavored drinking chocolate. Orange-flavored. And crisp breads. Meal B is pork and horseradish gravy. No, pork and horseradish gravy. That's going to be weird, I feel like. Horseradish is it can be a very offensive, like, spice, I guess you'd call it, or vegetable, depending on how you use it. Freeze-dried fruit. Poultry, luncheon meat. Wait a minute, what line was that? Poultry, luncheon meat. So we need to go here. Candy with coffee extract, chewing gum. No way. Meal C. Poultry, lunch meat. Is that right? And then it goes to coffee candy, chewing gum and stuff. Like, there's a cereal bar. Cherry flavored fruit and cereal bar. Cereal bar with raspberry jelly. Oh yeah, I had one of those. And cocoa glaze. They're kind of weird, actually. 4 cups and all your other, like, extra stuff. All right. And we got... Oh, this is different. Wait, this is a menu 4 with a 2022 date. What is the difference here? This is made by that Muesli Klecks company. This is Aeropol underneath. You can't see where I'm pointing, but let me zoom back out. This is Aeropol right here. This is the classic Polish producer of rations that I am familiar with. And then you've got this new Muesli Klecks company that, well, I'm not familiar with. Although that label does look familiar, like, kind of looks like the older ones. I'm a little confused, not going to lie. All right, it kind of looks like the labels on the single meals, too. it'll be cool to see what the differences are here, especially on the inside. Okay. Out here we have traditional pate. This is the menu number 4. We've got Mexican-style chicken casserole. Bee honey. Here's our teas. Orange-flavored drinking chocolate. Crisp breads. Okay, meal B is the pork and horseradish gravy. Special biscuits. Concentrated isotonic drink. Freeze-dried fruit. And then we got meal C, which is just your... No, it says minced chicken and pork luncheon meat. Crisp breads. Raspberry jam. And lemon instant tea. Huh. Well, they seem to be the same contents-wise. Just different manufacturer. I love the fact that he left that paperwork in there for me, though. All right. Next, we have another menu 5. So it looks like we got 3 menu 5s and probably going to have 3 menu 4s. Aha. Another menu 4. So that would make 3 menu 4s and 3 menu 5s. So 50-50 split on this. You guys know that the menu number 5, because of that one main, is my favorite. Oh, look at here. I'm not even going to try. Well, maybe I will. Gameldags, like almost like camel. Gameldags. I can't know. Flask. Sphere. It looks like SVAER, sphere. FLAESKE. Flakes? No, flake? No, I don't know. I don't even know what that is. Is there English on there? It kind of looks like pork rinds or something. Oh, look at that. Danish deep fried pork skin. He put a label on there for me. Delicious is awesome. That's so cool, man. All right, what's the date on these? Best by date of 10/31/22. Those are going to get ate today. Because sometimes when he sends me stuff like that, he'll send a note and be like, don't sit on this. You got to eat it. And that's what I'll do. So, where's the other menu 4 at? Oh, right here. Okay. I'll tell you guys something else kind of interesting about that last package that I opened last week from Delicious that had all those really cool vintage cigarettes in there. He informed me none of those had any bug holes in them when he sent them, which means that happened on the trip here, which also means that they were still in there. I looked, I did not find any. So, I have quarantined them from everything else, just in case. And we'll see. We'll see what happens. I hope that possibly maybe he might have been wrong about that, but probably not. But it's actually not common to see weevils in your food and stuff. I've seen plenty of dead ones, But the first and only time I've ever seen them alive in a ration was when we opened up that IMP, and that IMP was like, what was that, from the 97 or 96, and it was full of them. All right, let me put this paperwork over here. Can't wait to check that out here in a little bit. All right, well, oh yeah, heavy D. All right, well, I should be good on SRGs for a while. Although I'll say this, if I could buy more today, I probably would, just because they're better than anything I can get here in the United States and stockpile, because they're not full of crap and tons of sodium. All right, so some Danish deep-fried pork skins. Seems like me and him had a little conversation about this, and he said to be careful when eating this because they might break my teeth. So, holy cow. Yeah, those are definitely hard. Oh, they look good. They almost kind of look like a Funyun. If you guys have ever had a Funyun, they kind of got that look to them, but they just, they smell like a pork rind. That slightly porky smell, a little bit of oil from the deep frying. Let's see if this one's a little softer. All right, let's see. Oh, that's weird. I don't know if it's supposed to be like that. Maybe I shouldn't be eating this. Oh, that is so not right. Okay, so this is like wet feeling. It tastes pretty similar to a pork rind, except maybe fatty a little bit, kind of. It's like kind of squishy. All right, let's see if they're all like that. This one doesn't really look like it is. I don't know. Let's give this one a try. I'm certainly not used to that, like, soft, almost like a fatty center. You can see the two different layers there. They're cracklings, yeah. I mean, I've had cracklings before, but I ain't never had them where they were soft in the center like that. It's just kind of weird when you chew on them, and it kind of coats your tongue with, I'm going to assume, just fat. I agree, Daniel. They're different than anything I've ever had. The ones here in the United States are like all crunchy. You know what I mean? The cracklings, like the little ones like this I've had, crunchy all the way through. That center part, it's almost like a, it's not, but it seems like and feels like when you eat it, like almost like a filling. What'd CT get, Mad Dog? No clue. Last trip down got canceled. Boop-a-da-boop. I don't know if you guys ever watched Danny Duncan. He's got this old man, which he passed away last year, I think. Uncle Jim. Freaking hilarious. Love that guy. Love the videos they've done together. If you never watched the videos of Danny Duncan and Uncle Jim, you got to go check those out. Got to check them out. Really amazing content. I'm going back to try to see what CT was talking about. Well, dang, let me know if you get another... Oh, it must have skipped down on me. Anyway. CT, when you head back to Georgia. Anyway. They are slightly salty, I'm noticing. Can I figure out whether there's protein? Salt, right there. 2.8 grams. I don't know what that adds up to. Wait, that's the one I already tried. I think they all really kind of got... That one's really got it going on. Yeah, that stuff's soft, man. It must be fat. But even if you deep fry the fat, I feel like it would come out more crunchy. Like, there's no crunch to it. It's interesting. They're different. I thought it'd be more or less along the lines of just a pork rind. Which, I mean, it kind of is, but it kind of isn't. Quite different to me, to my palate. Flavor-wise, it's definitely tastes like a pork rind, but texture and that middle stuff, kind of fatty and coat your tongue type of deal. All right. Excuse my crunching and smacking of my lips. I went back and watched some of my old streams there and realized that my chewing noises and stuff, like, I need to be a little more careful. Chicharrones, yeah. James. I don't know if I've ever had... I mean, I've seen them plenty of times. I've never bought chicharrones. I go to this Mexican grocery store up in Columbus, Ohio. And in the back, dude, they have... This is no joke. It'll be like a whole side of pork. And they'll have pork rinds that are bigger than this. Like, they're like... They deep fried the whole side of the pork. And then you go in there and just break off what you want. They weigh it out. But the last time I checked, it was like really expensive, dude. I want to say they were charging like $8 a pound or something, or $9 a pound or something for that. It seemed expensive because I did buy a chunk of it for the dog one time, and it was like $12, and she didn't even like it, so. All right, let's pick out an MRE to start with here. So, both of these are a menu number... Wait. Hold up. What? Okay, I was about ready to say, I thought that was a menu 9. I thought that was... I was like, hang on, I know I had 2 menu 5s. Both of these are menu number 5. They're both from Sinpack, out of good old Cincinnati, Ohio, which is where Warnick is now. Well, this was Warnick, or wait, turned into whatever. You get what I'm trying to say. Turned into Warnick. So you can see, if I turn the camera down for you guys can see that the big difference here is what accessory packet B and accessory packet A. And then you got a chicken stew right there in the middle, which I'm going to guess is probably about the same year as this one. I don't know. Now, I'm going to do a really quick look on MRE info at menus and see if I can figure out, by the accessory packet, which one is which. So these are all most certainly, they have to be pre-1995. Oh, excuse me. Okay. 1995. Menu number 5 comes with accessory packet C, which neither one of those have. Okay, so it's definitely not a 95. 93, 94, menu number 5 comes with accessory packet A. Right there it is. Menu 5. Right there. So this is for 1993 and 94, which means that is probably a 93 or 94, judging by the MRE. Now, let's go back and check 92. Also, so it could be 92, 93, or 94. This one. Let's see when it changes over to accessory packet B. Boom, right there. This is 90 and 91, I believe. Accessory packet B. What's special about B? Coffee, cream, substitute, sugar, salt, gum, matches, tissue, towel, hot pepper sauce. Huh. So this one might have Tabasco in it, I'm guessing. Alright, let's go back. 88 or 88 and 89. Also accessory packet B. So this could be an 88 or 89 as well. And we go to 87. And menu 5 has accessory packet A again. So that means, but this, yeah, no, it doesn't have 2 boxes in it. See, like a 93 or 94 should have a box on both sides, especially the spaghetti. I remember the spaghetti 94, 95, or 93, 94 has a box on either side. This does not. This has something else, accessory packet over on this side. And it doesn't feel like, I mean, I can't feel the second box behind that if there is one. Interesting. Okay, so we got spaghettis. Then we got a chicken stew here that's probably the same year as this one. I'm going to venture to guess this is probably 92. And these are probably 88 and 89. That's what I'm going to guess. Now the chicken stew. This is the smaller menu probably, but I don't know. I like chicken stew. I'm not a huge spaghetti fan, but spaghetti's formula has changed some throughout the years. Some years I like it better than other years. It's got more meat sauce to it. What do you guys think? What do you guys want to see? Taking a consensus in the chat right this moment. You can just vote 1, 2, or 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Just type a 1, 2, or 3 in the chat and let me know. 1, 2, 3. Eeyore with a 3. We got 2 1s, 3 1s, 3 1s, and 1 3. Uh-oh, another 3. 4. Okay, so we got 3 1s. We got 2 3s. Uh-oh, tied. We're tied. Uh-oh, Maddog was the tiebreaker. We got 4 over here right now. Keeping a tally. So far we've had... Uh-oh, CT had to mix it up. My man. So we got 4 to 3 to 1. 4 to 4, 5 to 4. 6 to 4. Uh-oh, 7-4. Now, if you voted more than once, I ain't catching that. I'm trying to... spicy. 7-4. Looks like we're going with the older one so far. Uh-oh. We got another 3. Made it 7-5. We could still pull it out with this one over here. A few more votes and it'd knock it out. Uh-oh, with the 2. Firm bark. Because CT says it's great. All the chicken stew. Chicken stew is good, man. It's like a chicken pot pie filling. Oh yeah, I had half a pulled pork sandwich earlier today. I had committed to a car show, so I had to take that. Which, I mean, it was all right. It wasn't the vibe that I expected or wanted. I probably won't go back to that one. I didn't even take a picture of my car today. I had it all cleaned up good. All right, 1 it is. And then if we have any issues, we'll probably we'll either dig into another one or we'll do something. Or I've got to... Wait a second. I think I have a... What the hell did I do with it? I had a spaghetti sitting here from like 2012 or 13. What the heck? I picked it up earlier. I know I had it in my hand. Huh. Well, I guess if I need to look for it, I'll I'll go looking. I have no idea what I've done with it. All right. So I guessed that this was either going to be 87 or 88. Now, it did switch back to accessory packet B pre-90, I don't know. I seen it was B some other time too. So, all right. 87 or 88 is what I'm guessing. There is no date on it, right? Watch me be the fool. There's a date. I'm an idiot. I don't know what that is, though. Well, yeah, that's a 9. Has to be an 89. Right? 9? Wait. Or does... Yeah, it has to go this way, right? Yeah, the 2. That is a 2. I guess. Not quite stamped that great. Let's see if this other one's got a stamp. It does not. See, that's what I thought. I looked at this one earlier and I was like, oh, cool, the Synpacks don't have stamped on date codes. So, anyway. So it has a stamped on date code. I did all that for nothing. Sorry. Apologize. My knife is dull. I need to sharpen it. I need to get the one out Bourbon Street Joe sent because I switched back over to this one for a little while. It's time to switch back over. So there is 2 boxes in this one. Let's see what we got here. We got our sketty with the good old meat sauce. We got CT's favorite drink mix, grape drink. Wait a second. It's a little chunky. I mean, I think it's serviceable. Probably. We got a maple nut cake. 221. 89. 1989. The 221st day of 1989. 221st day would put it... 180, said put it like July or August, something like that. Not exactly sure. Somebody could look that up if they wanted to. 221st day of 1989. Empty bag. Empty bizag. We got us a classic MRE crackers. Oh. A pretty solid cheese spread. Yeah, it didn't really got no real give to it. It's pretty solid. We got the little weird, like, I guess they're cut that way for like punching them out. I really don't know why they are that way. I would kind of be curious to find out. And we have a cool old brown accessory packet B that has coffee, cream substitute, sugar, salt, chewing gum, matches, toilet tissue, hot sauce, and hand cleaner. And it's got a 5 on there for, I guess, being menu number 5 that it's specifically supposed to go into. Sinpack Incorporated, Cincinnati, Ohio, 45212. And this has also got a date code stamped into it. Huh, look at that. 9265, I think, or 55. Not sure if that's a 5 or a 6 there. Looks like a 6. Maybe 6-6. I'm not sure. They really don't distinguish between the two. Anyway. We'll go through that in just a second. Let me go throw this in some boiling water. Ooh, look at that. This is one of those interesting old retorts. It's like textured. Very interesting. I've never understood this. This weird texturing. That thing is killing me. See how it's like ripped? Every time I do something, man, that thing is catching. It sucks. Spaghetti with meat sauce. Where's the date on there? 242? 9242? I don't know, man. I just, for some reason, I like these very odd, weirdly textured retort pouches. All right, I'll be right back. Just 1 second. All right, accessory packet real quick. Tabasco is nice and dark. Real dark. Nice and full, though. All the way up past the green line when you hold it upright. Cool. Taster's Choice in the brown pack variety. It feels good. We'll see. We got our matches. Good old D.D. Bean & Sons. You know that. You know that. D.D. Bean & Sons. North Carolina. It says North Carolina Inc. Right? I don't know what that says actually on the very end there. It's a weird pack. It wasn't made right. Like the flap won't close. If I fold it. Nope. Close cover before striking. This was in the... They'd gotten into the safety days. They are red-tipped. Black matches strike on back. Classic. Also classic, Domino Sugar. Love this brand. It's still around today. It's pretty much the sugar everybody uses. Iodized salt. Got 4 grams of that like you need it. Steve's favorite little moist towel. This ain't his favorite. One of my favorites. It's got the lines on it. My bad. This is the little orange or citrus flavored. You got your U.S. issued butt ration or paper towel, napkin, made by, well, I don't know if it's made by, just got Toughco printed on it. GRB. Okay. Toughco, oh, Green Bay, Wisconsin. GR. Over here, we just didn't get the Bay. We just got the B. We didn't get the EEN either. And we've got our cream substitute dry non-dairy. Feels good. And we got a good looking pack of gum. Looking real good, actually. All right. Oh, even though that's empty, it smells awesome. The gum, the phosphorus, the cardboard, maybe a little hint of coffee. I love that smell. It's so good. If I could bottle that, I'd wear it as a cologne. It's pretty addictive. The smell it is, anyway. And we got a fly. Cool. I'm going to kill it. Did I get it? I don't know. I'm going to get that spaghetti. I don't want to get metal, metallic. All right. Now, doing the same thing I did last time. Man, that freaking fly survived. I just saw it. Throwing it back in the box to keep it warm. It is very soft and mushy. Mushy. Alright, let's just take care of this before we go any further. Stuff I don't need, such as the matches, the TP, the spoon, the salt, and may as well throw this in there too. I don't really need it either. You guys, I have so many extras, is what I call that stuff, like just leftover stuff or whatever. This is probably going to be super duper funky. Hey, what's up, Robert? Bob, how you doing, man? Robert. Trey me. All right, so I also need to we need to talk about when the auction's going to be scheduled for. And the other stuff, I should have at least a partial list for you guys by Tuesday or Wednesday, I would think. Somewhere along those lines. Oh, well, that needs to go over there. Crackers there. See what I was saying about how small these earlier meals are, though? Like, it's small, dude. Got cold drink, hot coffee, pack of crackers, a maple nut cake, some cheese spread, and the main. That's it. Pretty, like, pared down compared to later menus. All right. Let's get a cup out here. Well, I'll go for the Pink Floyd cup. I was going to go Gremlins, but that requires more work. I seen somebody was leaving. Is Miss Gail leaving? I wanted to go get the toboggan Miss Gail made me put it on. Display a little bit of her knit work. Some of this is just refusing to come out of this corner up here. There. Got most of it. Same thing with this corner. This thing must have had a pinhole in it. Drew some moisture. Because it's definitely chunky. Like real chunky. See? Oh, nice and stuck to the... Well, that's more like candy than it is a drink mix. Like a chewy candy. It should dissolve though. I'm going to put some hot water in it. There's some decent powder in there though. Yeah, we'll start this one off with some hot water. I should have stuck that main in the bag too. But if I do a little bit of... golly. Yeah. Thermos, the vapor sealed itself. I didn't hear a hiss though. Alright, let's watch what happens with some hot water. Ooh, I got hot water on my hand. And all over my table. On my paper. I don't care if it gets on the table. That paper doesn't do well. Well, I really didn't do a good job pouring that water. I think it all dissolved though. Look at that. I'll tell you what, you ever got like a chunky drink mix? If you got some hot water handy, it will take care of it not wanting to dissolve properly. But you got to start with the hot water. Oh, that smells really weird. Wow. Huh. It's got a very old smell to it. Alright, let's add some cold water. Well, not cold, but room temperature-ish. Alright. Set that over here. Let's go with coffee. Tim Tam cup. I'm not washing it. You guys can get mad at me if you want. I'm laughing. Somebody might actually get mad at me for not washing the cup. Stranger things have happened. Trust me. Especially with this YouTube channel thing. You wouldn't believe some of the things that people have the gall to say because they live hundreds of miles away and hide behind a keyboard. You wouldn't believe it. Yeah, you probably would. Looks perfect. I wasn't sure about this one. I figured it might have been moldy, but wow, that does look really, really good. Taster's Choice, man, it's a crapshoot. Even with the brown packs, they go bad sometimes. But the red ones are like, I'm going to say 80% of the time they're bad. I've even had like really good shape, pristine MREs, and the red Taster's Choice just doesn't hold up. Domino Sugar is going to be absolutely perfect. Look at that sugar. Looks like it was just made yesterday. And it's, let's see, 89. 89, 09, 19, that's 30. 34, 33, 34 years old. It's pretty old. My little sister was born in 92. She just turned 30. Got to do her birthday party tomorrow. Kylie, she never watches my... she never watches any of my stuff ever. So, I can talk about her and she'll never know. You know, I probably shouldn't have done that. But it looks good. Looks perfect, actually. A little bit of a yellow tint to it, which, honestly, it probably should have. A little bit of a yellow tint to it. Alright. Hot water. It's probably highly unhealthy for me. There we go. I'm digging the Tim Tam cup. I like the tapered shape of it, the tapered design. Obviously, I like the subject matter and printing on the side too, but I do like the shape of it, where it's like bigger at the top and tapers down to the bottom. I don't think I have any cups like, well, I might have some, but that I use. I don't have any that I use. All my coffee cups are straight up and down. They don't taper. That one is the foreignmre.com. I mean, that right there is your classic standard coffee cup shape. And size, I would argue. I don't know how many ounce cup those are. It might hold 16 ounces, maybe. Brimful, like literally ready to spill over. Alright, time for some cracker cracking. Cracking the seal on the crackers. 236 B21. I wonder what the B21 is. I'm curious. I'd love to know. Back when crackers were still crackers. They're not externally salted. But look at that sheen on there. You can't see it. Maybe you can. Look at that sheen on the outside of it. In the packaging. This one won't have it. It's a good looking cracker though. Certainly smell that malted barley in these older ones. That's something that they pared way down on in the years to come. And now they have been muted to the point of really being an almost tasteless vessel. Just a way to get like cheeses and jams into your mouth with a texture contrast. All right, maple nut cake, nice little packaging. Looks really good too. It's in great shape. Hopefully the contents are as well. Oh my goodness, look at that. Holy cow. That looks amazing. That is super light colored. I've had these 5 times darker than that. And I'm not even exaggerating. That thing looks like it was just, that looks like a brand new one. That's probably the best looking maple nut cake I've ever seen. I don't know if it's going to taste perfect, but it sure looks it. All right, it is now Peanut butter sketty time. Peanut butter sketty time. Where you at? Where you at? Peanut butter sketty. Peanut butter sketty. All right. I'm shocked. I really am shocked at that maple nut. I thought this thing, honestly, from where I thought this came from where I thought I got this from, I didn't expect it to be in this good of shape. Everything has looked really, really, really good so far. Oh, look at that. I'd put that on a hot dog almost. Like I would ignore the noodles and just go for the meat sauce. Let's take a look at what it looks like out. Look, it has a lot of meat. You know, if I eat spaghetti, which is rare, if I do, it's got to have a lot of meat, sauce, or meatballs. All right, it's hot. Burning my fingers every time I do that. All right. Still a little bit in the package, but I can't get it to squeeze out. My hands are drying and cracking, especially this finger for some reason. Always wore a ring on there. I think that's why. I think where I don't have that ring. It's weird. It's really weird. It's just mainly that one, my ring finger. I don't understand that. Excuse me. All right. I need a period correct spoon. I'm sure, yeah, it's close. It's a little earlier, but that's probably actually out of like a 60s or something MCI. I keep touching spaghetti. Got it on my finger. Oh yeah, this. All right, let me see if I can get it to. It needs a lot of kneading. Trying to get to the center of it. It almost feels like there's a little bit of bloating going on. It's like kind of blown up a little bit. All right, well, spaghetti down in between my fingernail. Excuse me. All right, let's see what this cheese spread's going to look like. If this looks perfect, I'm going to, I don't know. Highly unexpected if it does. All right, well, that was already cracked and I didn't know it. Look how nicely, though. Look at that. Now, I got these saltines right here, because I always hear the comparison people making. Well, they kind of taste like a saltine. Well, I would disagree. They really, not much. Look at that. That's pretty close size-wise, that one, the way it's broken. Let's see. Well, that one's spot on. Thickness, about the same. A little bit longer over here, though. But, yeah, we're going to do a direct comparison with a legit saltine. You can see the difference. I mean, this is definitely more airy. All right, let's try the MRE cracker first. Wow. So these older crackers, with the malted barley and the other flavors that are added in, they almost have like a sourdough quality. They really do. And flavor. Like, they're very complex, and it's a very unique flavor. It's all in its own. If you blindfolded me and handed me a bite of one of these crackers from this era back, I would know immediately what it is. I mean, no doubt about it. All right, bite of saltine after that. You know what? Holy cow. Surprisingly similar. I mean, this really doesn't have like that mouth-watering sourdough quality to it. But flavor-wise, they are closer than I thought they'd be. Now, if that was a new MRE cracker, it wouldn't taste nowhere near the same. That I can promise you. This is more airy and, you know, fluffy and crispy. This is more dense. It's got a really nice chew and crunch to it, though. Spaghetti. All right, let's take a look at this. Some really dark looking meat right there. I guess that's what that is. A chunk of meat right there. Oh, wow, look at that. It's not like hamburger. It's like roast beef, y'all. You seeing that? What? What? I always thought it was like ground beef. This is unexpected. What the heck? Did you guys know this? Did anybody know that? I am rather shocked. Huh. I mean, what the heck? Right? I'm going to see if it does. This is flaking up. What? This is seriously like a piece of roast beef. I'm going to try just that by itself. I mean, so far, so good. The texture, the chew is really nice. It's moist. The only thing is it's super cheesy. This spaghetti has a predominant amount of Parmesan cheese incorporated into it. And I don't like that. Like, I want to add my own cheese. I want to see it on top, or I don't want it in there. Okay, here comes the... Okay, my mouth is going numb. I chewed on the left side. So, oh, there, yep, the stinging underneath my tongue. Wow. And it's weird because sometimes this effect will hit you immediately, or in this case, it creeps up on you. I chewed it up and swallowed it, no ill effects, and then it just kind of, it's gradually coming on right now, still, as I talk. And what happens is you get this like weird dry feeling. You know, like whenever right after you brush your teeth and they're like, like that squeaky, like how it feels when you rub your tongue against your teeth. That's what your cheek and like under your tongue and your teeth. I mean, it's like a squeaky feeling, mixed with a numbness that is pretty not aggressive but subtle. And then you've also got that like weird stinging sensation underneath. It's always under my tongue, like under the side where I chewed. Man, that's disappointing. Because I was looking forward to picking some of this meat out of there. Look at that freaking shred of meat right there. I cannot believe that. I mean, I could eat more. And it tasted fine. It did not taste off at all. No metallic flavor. No nothing. Look. Same kind of meat. That's all throughout this. When I saw that, I was like, that's weird. It's like black. It's like meat. All right. But it's very cheesy. Very cheesy. It ain't easy being cheesy. Didn't you know? Alright, I'm just going to go for the cracker and cheesy scatty down the friggin' hatch. Plenty of meat on there. So it's definitely going to sting my mouth good. And I've noticed too, like after I take a bite of something, does this to me. If I take another bite, the numbness and everything, the stinging comes on much quicker. It's amazing with a cracker. The taste is perfect. It tastes great. Other than it's like a little too cheesy. And the cracker really cut that down for me. But man, the numbness is just... it's really unfortunate. Yeah, now my whole mouth is coated with it. I can't eat it, man. That sucks. I mean, I guess I could eat it if I wanted a really nice sized stomach ache. Alright, what's this going to look like? It's got a weird, like, light-looking color in there. What? The freaking heck? Yo. What the heck? You gotta be freaking kidding me. This is the best-looking 1989 cheese I have ever seen. Look at that color. If you guys didn't know, that is what it's supposed to look like. Skin colored. Like a peach colored. Or what could I call it? Like a fleshy color. I am shocked. I'm flabbergasted. I'm dumbfounded. I cannot believe this. I certainly expected that cheese to be super duper funky. But this, looking the way it does, like, let me smell this. Ooh. 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 It's bringing the funk. I'll tell you. It's definitely, it's sharp. It's got a real pungent odor coming from it. When you get even remotely close to it with your nose, like it's, oh yeah. Oh, I'm going to eat it. I'm going to eat it and probably, you know, I'm going to eat it and probably not like it, but whatever, you know. It's my little log of cheese log. Everything's backwards. There we go. Anybody who would doubt that. There we go. Down the hatch. No. Oh, No way. I probably should have spit that out. I don't even want to clear my mouth of it. The burning sensation was just as much, if not more, than jalapeno. Like jalapeno cheese spread, but without the jalapeno. Like, it, where's this burning coming from? And extremely funky. Extremely funky. I don't understand why it's so light colored. My mind is kind of blown right now, because usually for this smell and taste, it would be very dark and very ugly to look at, like curdled looking. I venture to say that's some of the funkiest cheese I've ever had out of a little retort. I have tried canned MCI cheese. Me and a rare few have tried it in this day and age, I would say. I ain't seen anybody try it myself personally, but it's so pungent. It's just permeating through my nose. I'm not exaggerating. I'm not blowing this out of proportion. I'm not doing this to entertain you. That cracker didn't even really help. I need coffee. Coffee. Hopefully. The numbness is just everywhere. But my cheek is feeling it. I don't know if that hot liquid's a good thing or not, because I got so much burning happening, and it's kind of clearing it out. Like, the hot liquid does kind of help rinse that, like, film, that fatty film that is numbing, and but it burns where it's already burning anyway. I gotta go with the grape so I can get a little bit better. This smelled old when I smelled it earlier in the package. Or no, after I put hot water in it. It smells okay now. I never did mix it up. I don't think I needed to. That's good. The coffee is really nice too. I'll revisit that. It's definitely done a number on my mouth. It's kind of not, I don't know, it's kind of like a pucker, but it's like sticky. My teeth are sticking to my cheeks and my lips, and it's a weird sensation. I've experienced this before, numerous times. Too many to count. But I didn't expect it from that really almost perfect looking cheese. Looked really, really good. It's probably some of the best looking cheese I've ever came across. I had an 83 or 85 that had a fully edible cheese spread in it, and it didn't look that good. It looked darker, but it was good. It wasn't super funky smelling, and the taste was good. No numbness, no weirdness. Anyway, back to reality, as Eminem would say. Oh, come on. Yeah. Well, the look of it is very, very good, believe it or not. I've talked to guys from this era that ate these things fresh, and the way they described how it's supposed to look when it was brand new was exactly what we're seeing right here. I mean, look at that. I'm still amazed by the look of it. Look at that. It looks absolutely perfect. Oh, God, it smells. It's funky, though. Same as this. Like, this tasted good, though. It still tastes, it's just the numbness. And the numbness, I've never eaten a whole bowl of something that made my mouth this numb. I can just imagine what that would do inside my stomach as far as creating a stomach ache. So I'm going to not eat it. Excuse me. All right. Maple Nizut cake. It's kind of hard, but maybe that is a good thing. Got a little tiny air pocket in it right there. Let's get a cross section. Let's wrap it right here. Oh, that looks so freaking good. That looks amazing. Let's find out if it is. All right. Certainly some probably rancid brownish nuts in there, but maybe not. Let me smell it. Slight hint of the maple, and I mean, it tastes like, it smells like old dough, kind of. It's got a vintage smell to it, that's for sure. All right, here we go. Get it a bite. A big old bite. It better be good. I ain't chewed it up yet. There we go. I'm not going to speak on it until I know the after effects. I would have to say that is fantastic. A little bit of a coating though, but man, it tastes really good. I am getting a little bit of that coating in my mouth. So far, I would say it's nothing major. It's certainly coming from the nuts, but no burning sensation or anything like that. Flavor is really nice and delicate. It's got a decent little maple flavor to it. Lightly sweet. Yeah, it's definitely the nuts. The walnuts that are leaving behind some numbness. It's not too bad though. I gotta say that the flavor of this is probably one of the better tasting maple nut cakes that I've had. Although I don't like the slight after effects that this is leaving behind, but it tastes really nice. It's really delicate, like the flavor, not the cake itself. It's kind of stiff. It's got a nice texture to it though. The nuts even have a nice chew to them, I would say. Even though that's really what's kind of ruining it, is the nuts. The coffee, though, coffee is on point. It's going to be hard for me not to eat that cake, even though it's kind of screwing my mouth up. All right. Yeah. I don't know what to say about this thing, other than it must have just started going wrong, like going bad, because everything it looks visually looks very good and on point, but every single thing, the nut cake, the spaghetti, the cheese, is blasting my mouth with numbness. The maple nut cake, the first bite wasn't bad. Second bite, it just progressively gets worse as far as the numbness goes. It just kind of builds. It's not something that, like, you take a bite and it gets numb and it stays that way, and you can take another bite and it doesn't get any worse. It gets worse. It just continues to build. So you got to kind of like judge how much of that you want to ingest. I kind of want to eat it all, but I don't know, man. I feel like I'd be paying for it by morning, maybe even sooner. Miss Marilyn, guys, Miss Marilyn's gooey butter cakes. She's auctioning. We're going to auction off 2 gooey butter cakes to benefit Miss Renee. And you guys are going to be getting these things just in time for the holidays. I mean, come on. Like, you got to splurge and drop what would be essentially a donation for Miss Renee and get yourself a gooey butter cake for Thanksgiving or Christmas or both. Do both. I would highly suggest. And even if just go to AnnandAlan.com and buy some of Miss Marilyn's gooey butter cakes. I didn't get to make the announcement about the CR1M. I'm going to bet Dan's probably not still here. Dan, are you still here? Cyanide cookies. Smoke time. Ah, man, I want something good this week. And I don't have those accessory packets in here. Had some really good looking Marlboros. Since I'm talking about Dan so much, you know what? No, man, I'm pretty low on these Australian smokes that he sent me, I think. I'm down to 5. I'm going to go to 4. There's been a lot of talk about Dan with the box and everything. Well, I'm going to smoke one of it. I said vintage. This is not vintage. This is newer. But it's from Australia, and these things were $2 a cigarette. Over $2 a cigarette. I think this pack was $45. Or 40. Hang on, I got the receipt right here. $40. $2 a cigarette. $2 per cigarette. Ish ain't right. Okay. See. Leave that there. Alright. I'm even going to go as far as to light this with a match. Oh, Tim, you never had a gooey butter cake? You know, I'm pretty sure I'd had them before. But it's not something that, like, was common around here. But since I started, like, knowing Miss Marilyn, and I had Miss Marilyn's gooey butter cake, after that, at some point in the last, I would say probably in the last 5 years, they started selling slices, individual slices in a cellophane package, like from a company, in the Walmart gas station. All different flavors. I'll be honest, I've never bought one and tried it. Take that back. I did buy one. I didn't eat it. I ended up feeding it to the raccoon outside. I didn't eat it. Oh. Those matches didn't want to work. There we go. It's certainly a regional thing, I think. I think gooey butter cakes are really popular where Miss Maryland's from in St. Louis. Um, but listen, how could I just say this? If you like butter, if you like sweet things, if you like cake, all those things, I highly recommend trying one of Miss Maryland's gooey butter cakes. If you take one of these things to, say you have a family get together for Thanksgiving or Christmas and you have a dinner, if you take one of these and set it with the desserts, it'll be a hit. Everybody will be asking you, where'd you get that thing at? I'm telling you, it's well worth it. And she does a great job packaging and shipping these things. She ships them either cooked. I think she ships them with ice, dry ice, if they're cooked. Maybe not. I don't think they need to be. And then, because you can throw them in the freezer for a while. Or you can just order the kits. They come in a box, and you can make it yourself of her ingredients. And put it all together and stir it up or whatever and put it in. I've never had one of those kits. But you can get those and put it in the oven, I'm assuming, and cook it up. Is there a picture of one of the gooey butter cakes on here? Oh, yeah, it's right there. Look at that. My ugly mug out of the picture there. I mean, look at that. It's like got a flaky crust on the top. It's got some powdered sugar on there. Like a flaky crust on the top, and then like the center is kind of like, it's like gooey. It's gooey and buttery and cakey. Gooey butter cake. It really is. Like the name describes it quite well. And I wouldn't promote something if I didn't believe in it. So, I mean, you could call that promoting or whatever. But Miss Maryland sent me 2 of them, so I've had these myself, and I know they're good. There's a video. I think I did a video on it. Maybe. Been a long time ago if I did, but there might be if you look on my channel or like type it in the search bar. Oldsmokey gooey butter cake or something like that. It might pop up on my channel. Yeah, probably. Yeah, I can bake some. I learned how to cook on the river, on the boat. Worked on a boat 21 days at a time, off 21 days, on 21 days, off 21 days. And when I first started, like, trying to cook, I didn't know what I did horrible. I did burnt things up. I would ruin pans. Ruin them. There were sometimes, like, somewhere on the Ohio River in a few places, there are pots from me where I burnt something in the pot, and I was just like, I ain't cleaning that. I ain't trying to scrape all that out of there and just right out the door. I don't care to say it now. I don't care. That's what happened. I learned how to cook that way. Learned how to cook. I learned how to cook sausage gravy. Learned an amazing pineapple upside down cake. Obviously, I can cook steaks or roasts, or that stuff's easy. Stir fry, do a good stir fry if I got the right ingredients. What else did I used to cook? I do like pizza grilled cheeses. Guys like those, and they would have me go cook. Like it would be time to switch. Every 6 hours, you switch off. Like say you're out there, you're working out in the sun from noon to 6, right? Usually 11 to 5, or depending. You'd either do 11 to 5, and they do 5 to 11, and then you do 11 to 5 again at night, and then you do it in the middle of the day. Work 6 hours, off 6 hours. Work 6 hours, off 6 hours. Well, sometimes guys would be like, look, dude, you go back and cook, I'll go out and work for you. I'll go out and do the hard manual labor work. You can go back there and stand in the air conditioning on the boat, in the kitchen, or in the galley, and cook. I rode some really nice boats out there. I didn't work for, there's, our power company around here is called AEP. And at the time, AEP was booming. I'm bleeding. Anyways, at the time, AEP was booming, and they had just bought 5 or 6 brand new, huge 5,500 horsepower boats. And like when you walked in, I went and got on one of those boats when it was brand new. I don't think anybody even rode it yet. When you first walked in through the doghouse, you came in to this buffet area, like kind of reminds you of like the ones like Pizza Hut used to have, like, but they, where they could keep like hot food right there, different trays of hot food where you go scoop out whatever, and they have like this buffet like with the sneeze guard on it and everything. That was right there. Off to the left was a full blown gym. On the other side of that was a game room. The galley was beautiful, really, really. I mean, industrial, but really nice for a boat. Like luxury living. Every single person got their own bedroom. Like there's some boats I rode where I had to share a bedroom with a guy, and let me tell you, being a 30-something-year-old guy or whatever, however, I was in my 20s when I started out there, but still, it it sucks, man. Like you don't want to, and it'd be a complete stranger. You don't know this guy. Usually wouldn't know this guy from Adam. You get on the boat, meet this guy for the first time, and you're in the room together. Like he's got it for 6 hours, then you got it for 6 hours. He's got it for 6 hours, then you got it for 6 hours. Bunks, not sleeping on the same bed. You'd have bunk beds or separate beds, and that's how you do that. And still, it just is a pain because some guys don't respect your privacy. Like you're in there trying to sleep, and you're at the most you're getting, at the most, and I mean really at the most, you're getting 4 hours of sleep because you got to shower, you gotta eat, you gotta make your bed, you gotta clean, you gotta do all that stuff on your 6 hours off. Like it doesn't make a whole lot of sense. I never understood why we couldn't do 12 hours on, 12 hours off. Give you plenty of time to sleep, play some games. But the reason they do that is because the way the locks are set up on the rivers here, or on the river, the Ohio River and the Canal River, is the ones I rode on, whatever. Go up on them on a little bit, but not far, and turn around more or less up Pittsburgh. Anyway, the way the locks are here, if you do that 12 hours on, 12 hours off, one crew could end up getting all the work. Like if you work 12 straight hours, you could end up doing all the work, and then the guys that came on, got the shift after you, could end up doing nothing for 12 hours. And then it's by the time it's time for you to wake up and go at it again, you're going to get stuck with all the work again. And that's why I think they done that. But that 6 on 6 off started probably back in like the 1920s or something. I don't know. Way back when. Maybe it made more sense back then. I mean, the locks and dams were completely different back then. There was a lot of factors that were a lot different back then. So, anybody that tells you that working on a towboat is a good job, tell them they're a liar. They're a liar. Let me explain another little tidbit of something about working on a towboat to you guys that most of you guys probably don't know this, or if you do, then you know somebody very close that works out there, or you've done it yourself. So, the way you get paid, like I said, you work 21 on, 21 off. So, unless they do this and do things this way, you'd be 21 days without pay. So that ain't going to happen. You get paid 365 days a year, 12 hours a day, 7 days a week. Every day. You get 12 hours worth of work. Whether you're on the boat or off. Now how that works is while you're on the boat and while you're off the boat, your pay is cut in half. So whatever you're making. So say you're making $15 an hour. That's what you're getting paid, which is not uncommon. you get $7.50. $7.50 an hour, 7 days a week, 12 hours a day, $7.50. No overtime. There is a such thing as overtime, but it's not really overtime. So say say you get slammed with a bunch of work out there, and they need an extra guy. Usually, if anything, it'd be one guy because there's only two of you. They need an extra guy to help get through. Like there were some certain locks, a lock on the Canal River where you'd have to have an extra guy. So your 6 hours of sleep, you're going to have to forfeit your probably all of it or most of your 6 hours that you have off, which you really only get about 4 hours of sleep. You're going to forfeit the majority of that to work 2 or 3 hours of your time off. That 2 or 3 hours, you'll get your $15 an hour for that 2 or 3 hours. And if you did that, I don't know, 4 times, you'd get, let's see, 6 hours of straight pay at $15 an hour, whatever that adds up to be, like, what, $75? Something like that, $90, something like that. 90, I think. Anyway, that's it. That's your overtime. So your paychecks suck. That, you know, you're working a lot, and you're working a hard job, hard manual labor job, and you're living in some really, by most people's standards, strange living quarters, and not getting paid well. I mean, that's just, you're getting paid when you're not at work. Like that's something. And you get a chunk of time off. That's another kind of bonus or perk to doing. And if these things weren't the case, most people wouldn't work out there. So, and most people don't make it anyways. Man, I saw so many guys come and go. Like they'd come out and they'd be all gung ho. Yeah, I'm just gonna be my new job. They'd make it like 1 or 2 days. I mean, seriously, these guys would be like, I'm going to jump off the boat if you don't take me and get me off the boat. Like, we end up having to shove in the bank somewhere, put in a yawl, put in a little boat that we keep on top in case the boat ever sank. We'd have to all pile in this little boat. Or we would use it to, like, ferry guys back and forth to the bank. We had to get off for some reason. Like, my old lady just had to go pick up her mom at one of the locks and dams up in Ohio because for family reasons, personal reasons. We got a bunch of stuff going on family-wise right now, but she had to go pick her up at the lock. And whenever she was raising her up in the lock, she was supposed to step off whenever the barge and the deck were level. Like, the boat and the barge was coming up like this. When it was coming up like this, she should have set her bags off and stepped off. She didn't do that. She let the barge come, well, just like this, come way up above the wall. So right here's the deck that you'd step off on, and the barge came way up here. It was like 3.5 feet up. So, I don't know, up. It's pretty, you know, a little jump. Especially for an older lady that's, you know, anyway. And she tried to step off the boat, and I guess almost fell down in between the boat and the lock wall. And I tried to explain to her, like, how crazy it is that they let her do that, first of all. Second of all, there was some, like, substitute pilot over on the boat that was pushing, trying to get her off the boat because they were in a hurry. And, like, you can't be in a hurry in a situation like that. You got to take your time because it's literally going to add maybe at most 5 minutes to your whole transaction of going through this lock and dam. Adding 5 minutes to it versus getting somebody crushed in between the freaking boat and the lock wall. I was flabbergasted. Like, I was like, this is some dumb stuff. Sounds pretty crappy, all things considered. Yes. It's like I said, man, like you hear where I live on the river, my area, hell, everywhere up and down, all the way to Huntington, across the river, like where I grew up, where I graduated high school, up through here. A lot of people ended up out there. Now, it's not what it used to be. AEP sold off all their boats except 2. AEP used to have a fleet of, I'm going to say, probably 30 boats. They got 2. They got 2 left. The company I work for has got all the power plants. That's where I worked at, was a power plant. I drove to work every day. I could leave my driveway, be in the parking lot where I worked at in 3 minutes. If I made it straight through the gate, the security gate, I could be from my driveway to that parking lot in 3 minutes. It's one of the reasons why I stayed working there. It wasn't because it was good working conditions or good pay. I'd made way, way, way better money, but there was slim pickings when I first went to work there. But I enjoyed the people I worked with, man. I got, like, the other deckhand that I worked with, he's like my family. Like, I would do anything for that guy. He, way me and him view each other is literally like we're brothers. So, but we spent 12 hours a day together, more like 13, 14 hours a day together every single day, 7 days a week. We'd get 2 days off, another 7 days a week, switch from days to nights. Like, we went through some, rough stuff together and spent all the time. We never got angry with each other, or not once, ever. We get along real good. That's pretty unusual. It never had any complaints about each other, anything like that. And we would have told each other if we, something he done was wrong or something. We never had anything like that. We'd know what each other was thinking before we done it. We just worked well together. Our pilot was good. He was pretty good at his job, but he was easily distracted by his cell phone and issues at home. He passed away about a year and a half after I got hurt. Year and a half after I got hurt. He was in a car accident. Didn't make it. Didn't have no chance. He come out the sunroof of his, he had like a 95 Blazer that he bought that was like cherry mint. This thing was looked like it just rolled off the showroom floor. I was like, dude, where did you find a 95 Chevy Blazer? It was one of the 4-door, like, nice Chevy Blazers that had like the ground effects on it and stuff. I was like, dude, where'd you find this thing at? He told me, and I was like, all right, what'd you pay for it? And he told me what he paid for it. And he overpaid for it, but thing had a sunroof. And when he had the car accident, he actually hit Amber's, it's her aunt. I think it's her aunt. Or like first cousin. I think it's her aunt. Anyway, no, it'd be a first cousin. Anyway, when they collided, she was coming down the road going to work. He was pulling out of a gas station, went way left to center when he done it. And she was just cruising down the road full speed. Never seen him until it was too late. Neither one of them ever tapped their brakes. And whenever they hit, his Blazer rolled, I guess, from what I understand, rolled over a few times. And he came out the sunroof. So he didn't have a seatbelt on, which I could not believe. Got 3 hours of sleep last night. I think I got a little less than that. I think I went to sleep. I got up before 10. I got up at like 9:45. Was when my alarm went off at 9:30. I got up and shut it off because I knew I had another one set for 9:45. Let it go off. 9:45. Got up and I fell asleep probably 7 or 7:30, something like that. It'd been daylight for a while. Knew I had that car show I had to go to, and yeah. So I got about the same amount of sleep, 2 or 3 hours, something like that. All right, I have kept you guys on here long enough. Got some pretty cool Tim Tam stuff from Dan that is going to be part of the auction. And I tell you what, I will take a picture of like a lot of Tim Tam stuff that I'll put together, like the cup, family size pack, a couple of the varieties, maybe, all that together, and see if I'll put a poll up on YouTube and see if you guys would like to have that as something, as like an auction lot. And then the other ones will get they'll get added in with other auction items. So, and that's what Dan said he wanted me to do with them. So that's what I'll do with them. Love this cup. I like advertising. I don't know why. Especially like clean looking advertising like this. Eeyore says he wants some of the raspberry ones. $15 starting bid. He's on top of it already. Eeyore, we'll figure something out, dude. For sure. Just get a hold of me. I'll make sure that you end up with those. You've already laid claim to them, dude. You've been so helpful and so good. Like, I'll make sure you get those. I got a lot to put together, but I am supposed to be doing something next weekend, so I'm going to set up as much as I can, get everything that I can ready this week, and then Saturday I might, is what I'm thinking, is hopefully this coming Saturday, a week from today, I'll set up the auction for the PR1M and the CR1M and anything else that we collectively decide might go on eBay, like the quilt, which I don't know. I'm thinking that the quilt probably should be sold in the community, but if Miss Gail and whoever else chimes in on this thinks that it should be put on the eBay, that's what I'll do. Because I'm looking for advice on that one, because I really don't know exactly how to approach that one. Everything else I can figure out on my own. That's the one that I'm hung up on, like how should I do that? What should I do? And the other two, the reason those are going up on eBay is to get the most eyes on them possible, the CR and the PR, because both of those are rare rations, but the PR1M is exceedingly rare. Like the PR1M is I think I've only seen one ever. The whole time I've been looking at rations on eBay, I personally have only ever seen one. I can't even remember if it was a full ration. It seemed like it was like missing pieces. Could be wrong, but it seems like it was. But I only ever seen one PR1M sell on eBay, and I'm not even sure if it was a full one. It's been a long time ago. Not to say there hadn't been more on there. If you go on there and check what's sold, there might have been more on there. I don't ever do that, but yeah, I look at eBay rations like at least every week, I would say. I mean, there might have been a couple weeks go by in the past few years that I haven't looked, but in the past 6-7 years that I haven't looked, but I doubt it. All right, guys. I think we got a good auction and stuff coming up for Miss Renee. And there's some really cool stuff that's going to be going. Eeyore, I got you on the Raspberry Tim Tams full show. And I'm going to see what I can come up with. If there's anything that you guys could suggest that like you might know that I have, or you think that I might have, that I don't have to keep. Like, there's a couple things, well, there's quite a few things that people have sent to me. I can't part with anything like that. It has to be something that belongs to me, that I bought, that wasn't given to me or given to me to review or something like that. So, but anything else, like, I'll part with whatever. We'll get Miss Renee at least a couple months worth of support to get her through these hard winter months. Because I think she lives close enough to my area, like, that she's within that same weird hourglass shape that you guys have to look up what I'm talking about. Maybe you already know. That's what they're predicting anyway. But yeah, if you got any suggestions, leave it in a comment or something. Just communicate it to me somehow. Leave it in a comment on here or one of my posts, and I'll see it. Might not reply to it or something like that, but I will see it. That's about all I got. Thanks to my patrons. Thank you guys so much for being so loyal and helping out over there. I've got a cash out over there. I have not done that in 3 years. So, just been letting it build up and save up. But alright, guys. Thanks each and every one of you guys for hanging out tonight. Thanks, Dan, for the super chat tonight. Appreciate you. And for the box of amazing Tim Tam stuff. Thanks to Delicious for selling me that box and sending them over. There's links to Delicious's channel down there. I highly suggest going and checking out my description. It's full of really cool links. Go check out Ann and Alan too, because like I said, the holiday season's coming. You won't go wrong if you go over here and take one of these to your holiday festivals, festivities. But all right, guys. I guess all I got left to do now is say thank you guys so much for spending your time with me and watching. And I'll see you guys on the next live stream. Later, guys.